Hello everybody, it's Evan, and I'm coming at you guys with the deck profile here. As you can see in the title, it's UA, and this is a real card video, because I have them, and as you can see in the title, there will be a second surprise deck. I'm gonna do a double deck profile, and yeah, I'll kick it off. So first we have 3 copies of UA Midfielder, 2 copies of UA Slugger, 2 copies of UA Perfect Ace, 1 copy of Goalkeeper, 1 copy of Blockbacker, 1 copy of Playmaker, 2 copies of Summoner Monk, 2 copies of Goblinberg, and then 3 copies of Kage. And that concludes the monster lineup that we have. Just one thing to note, some people like to run with 3 aces and 3 sluggers, but I feel it's best at 2, considering you're going to want to search them out more than draw them, because they are level 5s and you don't want to be drawing cards that you can't normal summon. Same goes for the Goalkeeper, Blockbacker, and Playmaker. I only run 1 of because you don't want to draw them, and that's why I run 2 Summoner Monk, 2 Goblinberg, and 3 Kage in here, just for a little bit of field, just to build up a field that can withstand attacks and be playable. And now onto the spells. We run 3 of the field spell, which is UA Stadium. We play 3 Power Jersey, which is basically the card that allows you to OTK with Slugger. Very good. The Equip monster gains 1000 attack. If it destroys a monster, it can attack twice, and it does double battle damage. The only drawback to this is during your standby phase, if the monster it's equipped to wasn't returned to the hand, it gets banished. That's really the only drawback. We play 3 Rhoda, and the great thing about Rhoda, especially in this deck, is because we do play Goblinberg. So it's if you already have Goblinberg or Midfielder, you can search out the other one, and it's especially good because obviously if you don't have either, you would search out Midfielder because that's the card that you really need. And if you don't have your Stadium yet, it's good because then you can Goblinberg and then Midfielder. So that's really good in this deck. We only play 2 Terraforming, space-wise. Oh, and this is a 44 card deck, just for space, because I don't really think you need to play 3. 2 Warrior Returning Alive, obviously to get your monsters back if they get sent to the grave. We play 1 Emergency Provisions, just because that extra 1000 life points, it's pretty cool. And let's say you have 2 Stadium in your hand, you can activate Stadium, get rid of the Emergency Provisions, or gain 1000, or another card that we'll get to in a second. Snatch Steal, 2 Upstart, and 2 Dark Hole. You'll notice these cards are in white sleeves, and the reason for this is the special deck that's coming up. I play them with different sleeves. Now we play 3 the Phantom Kings of Shadow Veil. Now what this allows you to do is you can target a warrior type monster, and it gains 300 attack, but the good thing is if your opponent declares a direct attack while it's in the graveyard, you can special summon it into defense as a normal monster, and then when it leaves the field it gets banished. But this card is also good with Emergency Provisions, because you can get it in the graveyard if you don't have monsters on the field. So you gain 1000 life points, and you have protection from an attack. We play 2 Dimensional Prison, 1 Solemn, 1 Bottomless, and 1 Compulse. That concludes the traps. And now we go on to our special deck profile right here, which it's something that I'm going to be bringing tomorrow to an event at the mall that I go to play. And it's Shadow Infernoid, because I don't have all the cards necessary, but I wanted to play them anyways, unfinished. So monsters, we have 2 Falco. It's a pretty standard lineup. 2 Dragon. 2 Squamata. 1 Beast. I don't have 2 at the moment, I already said. It's unfinished, and I just wanted to play it anyways. So I only have 1 Beast at the moment. 2 Hedgehog and 2 Hound. And I'm playing Infernoid in here, like I said, because it's unfinished. Otherwise I wouldn't be, and that also is the reason why I play certain spells and traps that I do. 1 Infernoid Patrula, 1 Infernoid Piatti, 3 copies of Seistmas, and 3 copies of Infernoid Atondo. And that's the monsters for the Shadow. Now going on to spells, we have 2 Dark Hole, 2 Upstart, 2 Reasoning, 1 Void Expansion, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 MST, 1 Swords of Revealing Light, 1 Cursed Armaments, and 1 Math Change 2. For traps, we have 1 Compulse, 1 Bottomless, 1 Solemn, 2 D-Prisons, 1 Torrential, 1 Magic Cylinder, 1 Non-Aggression Area, and 1 Kunai with Chain. Obviously, I don't have any Shadow Fusion spells. I only have El Shaddai Fusion, but it won't help me in here because the only fusion monster I have is Shikenga. But anyways, the extra deck for the Shadows, and with we have 1 El Shaddai Shikenga, 1 Mathero Darklaw, 1 Cowboy, 1 Utopia, 1 Ragnazero, 1 Abyss Dweller, and 1 Roach. That's all I can run, because that's the only extra deck cards that I have that are good. But anyways, guys, that concludes my my deck profile here. So it's Evan, and I'm signing off of your Yu-Gi-Oh Bros. See you guys later.